When we started working on FIFA Manager 11 in summer 2009, the atmosphere on the transfer market was more than dramatic. Real Madrid had just signed Ronaldo and Kaká, and here in Cologne everybody was wondering whether the prodigal son Podolski would return. Somewhere else there was 35 million euros all of a sudden, and the question was, what will we do now? All this buzz led us to the idea to integrate this kind of excitement of waking up in the morning, eager to find out who is going where and which club is spending how much on whom, into FIFA Manager. We wanted to create a feature that made the summer break just as exciting as the actual season and all its matches. We took a closer look at how a transfer is executed in reality, and then we literally recreated this step by step. We started with the pre-talks that start about a year before the actual transfer. There were also things like praising the player in the press, or making a strong statement like, if we could choose from all the players in the world, we would like to have him. He's a real team leader and will bring us forward. This creates a positive climate for the transfer, and of course, you need to check the end of the contract date so that the transfer fee is kept to a minimum. You could even get the player for free. Initiating all this is the first step. The second step delves into real negotiations with the player. This is where you can find out his expectations for his new club. Is it even interesting for him? Is there anything that we can do to make a transfer more attractive, especially if my club is small and money is not the biggest incentive I have to offer? In reality, this often is the major task for the smaller clubs. We try to encompass all of this, being in exactly this situation that the big players don't really want to sign to a small club, or the fact that players who are good don't want to extend their contracts all of a sudden, just like in reality. We wanted to capture this feeling, and we managed to recreate it, especially through the newspapers. Depending on how important a player is, he will come up in smaller or bigger articles and turn up either on the front page or somewhere in the middle. Thus, the player is constantly up to date with the transfer progress. During the week, he will get updates. For example, a second club has entered transfer talks. Panic! The other club is bigger and more attractive. What do I do now? The newspaper will write that my own club doesn't have a chance. You're practically out of the race. Everything is lost and the efforts have gone down the drain. Obviously, you have to start defending yourself and have to plan your next step and approach the player with a higher offer or simply admit defeat. These things happen in a real manager's life. Not everyone works for a top-notch club and is able to buy whoever he wants, while simply just deciding who that should be. In these situations, where your funds and options are limited, we wanted to portray what we think is the most exciting feature in FIFA Manager 11.
Ich denke, das wird eine der spannendsten Sachen im neuen Fußballmanager 11.